Do you want to know about the future of cookbooks? Do you want to know about the future of wellness cookbooks and eating healthy and having a personalized cookbook that is made just for you? I mean, doesn't that sound like a genius thing to have? Well, you are in the right place. Welcome to Cookbooks with Virginia. My name is Virginia Willis, and each and every week I feature my favorite new cookbook. Maybe it's a new book, maybe it's an old book. But this week I'm super excited. I have a dear friend, Shaun Chavis, on. She's with LVNGBook, and we've got this great book. I have a companion Instagram giveaway that goes along with Cookbooks with Virginia. And so if you go to my Instagram feed, you'll see the cover of this book, and you can win your own personalized cookbook from LVNGBook. And all you have to do is, if you don't follow me already, follow me, follow LVNGBook, and then you're entered to win. We'll make the announcement on Monday, and you can have a free personalized cookbook. And I'm not kidding. This is the future. This is the future of wellness and the future of cookbooks. So let's bring Shaun in.
Hi there. Hey, how are you?
Hey, great. Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. Shaun, I just think that this is the best idea, and I love it. And I think it's so smart. So y'all, this is a book that is a personalized book for Stephanie. And so Shaun, tell everybody a little bit about this. I mean, I know it's a lot, but what is your your elevator pitch version about what these personalized cookbooks are?
Sure. So my company is called LVNGBook, and the elevator pitch is really simple. We offer customizable cookbooks for chronic conditions.
That is amazing. So all of the recipes that are in here are appropriate for people that have a certain kind of condition, like diabetes or heart disease or something such as that?
Exactly. I started the company in part because of my own health journey and the frustrations of trying to figure out what to eat. And I'm a culinary professional. It's hard, and then it really kind of pushed me when I had a good friend who had suffered symptoms for years that doctors couldn't figure out. Finally, a specialist told her she had a rare autoimmune disorder. And in diagnosing her, he gave her this long list of foods she couldn't eat anymore. And you've probably seen similar lists, like the list looks like it's been copied 5 times over, or it was mimeographed in 1980 something.
I was going to say it's mimeographed to begin with. For you millennials that don't know what that is, Google it.
I've told my age, but and so she was really overwhelmed by this list. Like, she left the doctor's office going, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I need to change the way I eat to feel better, but I don't know what to eat. And she literally called me crying on the phone. Aww. And she was like, Shaun, you've got to help me. I don't know what to eat. And the list was truly random. Like, it wasn't all low fat food or all low carb food. And so in helping her, I felt like, what if instead of her leaving with this list she couldn't figure out, and she's in tears and feeling really overwhelmed and frustrated, what if instead she could have left the doctor's office with a personalized, one-of-a-kind cookbook, so she could start cooking that night, and she knows she can choose recipes that reflect what she likes to eat, and just feel confident about eating for her health.
And what a novel idea to give people a list of things that they can eat, as opposed to a list of stuff that you can't eat. I mean, no one likes to be told no, right? I mean, it's like that. You feel it's like deprivation from the get-go. You know what I mean? You can't have this. And I think that one of the things that does make it so overwhelming for people is there is a lot of science behind it. But at the same time, some with guidelines is just kind of good sense. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Even when you get a list of things to eat, it's hard to eat and imagine how to make a meal off a list. Like, your head's going all over the list going, what do I can use this, but I can't use that. So what do I substitute it with? And it's It's really overwhelming.
No, it can be overwhelming. Let's say hey to some people. So my mama is here, and Wandy is here, and Joyce Shaw is here. We've got Jennifer Hale. She's here as well. So thank y'all so much for joining. We've got a great, for everybody that's watching today, Shaun and LVNGBook she's going to demo a recipe in a little bit. Super excited about that. But she's also, you're sharing with our viewers a wellness journal. Will you talk to a little bit about that? And I'll pop up the link for people so people can access their own free recipe and wellness journal.
Absolutely. Yes. So as I was researching, how do I really help people with this problem? People said they had actually two problems. It was not only what do I eat, like what do I do with this list, but also how do you make lifestyle change last? Like a list does not help you figure out how to cook for your family or how to stick with this lifestyle change long term. So we not only created cookbooks, but we've just created this monthly journal subscription that incorporates behavioral science to help you learn how to change your habits so you can create a lifelong lifestyle of healthy eating. So there'll be a companion. You can buy the book on its own. You'll be able to buy bundles very soon. And then right now you can also get the journals. It's a monthly subscription. Every month focuses on a new topic about your well-being and habit change. And I just think it's a really great tool. I'm really excited about sharing it with people to help them in their health journey.
So that is the truth, because I know, I mean, like many of you, and I'm proud of it. There's nothing else other than being proud of it, and it certainly does take dedication and determination. But as I've shared with you, I lost 60 pounds. It doesn't happen overnight, and I chose to do it not because of a specific situation. It wasn't like I was diagnosed with a disease or something like that. But overall, I knew that I needed to focus on my health. And I think that the wellness journal and mindfulness about eating, and that is so important. And the other piece of it, it's making things habit, and the behavioral science behind it, I think is genius, because that's it. We can't make things happen just surely through willpower.
Exactly. And
you run out of juice.
Yes. And that's part of the science that we teach, is that willpower is kind of a myth. We make so many decisions every single day that by the time you get to the dinner table or you finally get home and you're in your kitchen, your decision-making ability just kind of gets shot, and you're just kind of instinctively reaching for whatever's convenient.
I know that the key, like with me, it's like you have to make what is good and healthy to eat, regardless of what it is, accessible.
Yeah.
So you walk in the kitchen and there's a bag of crispy, salty, oily, fatty potato chips, or there's a basket of, a bowl rather of baby carrots in the refrigerator, right?
Exactly.
What are we going to do? Most humans are going to reach for those chips. So part of it is accessibility. And then the other part of it is literally like this neuroplasticity, where you're changing your brain to want, like if you eat those carrots enough and you have those carrots with like a delicious dip, a salty dip with maybe some seeds on it that are good for your blood and good for your heart, then that salty, crispy that you wanted in the potato chips, eventually, if you do it enough with the carrots and the dip, you're going to want that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is part of the goal that we have, is to help people make positive associations with healthy eating, which a lot of people think healthy food doesn't taste good. Yes, exactly. So instead of getting a cookbook that says cooking for diabetes or, you could have a cookbook with your name on it. Like, who doesn't like to see their name, right?
Yes, you can have your name in lights.
Right. And you can choose the cover image. So we have a couple cover images. You can personalize the title. We have a couple of title options. So you can totally customize that book for you. And when you flip it open, like your name is on every page in the folio at the bottom.
Look at this. Let me show them a couple pictures. It's just really amazing. So, oh wait, wrong one, wrong button, Virginia.
Yeah, and that's a prototype book, so that's why the inside isn't personalized.
Yes, but beautiful photography and everything just looks so delicious. And I mean, 7-ingredient bolognese with spinach. I mean, who doesn't want a big bowl of pasta?
Exactly.
Right? And awesome. Let's take us a minute and show some folks. Cheryl Slocum is here. Yay! And Mary Green is here. That's so awesome.
Hey, Mary.
And Nancy McDermott is in the house. Nancy McDermott. All right. And Veggie Queen. Hey, Veggie Queen. You're here too. That's so awesome. We've got Jill, who's also been a guest. Lorraine Clark is here. She's saying hello. Oh my gosh, y'all. So thank you so much for joining us. Really exciting stuff. I mean, since Shaun told me about this, wait, let me take myself off of solo. I'm trying to learn how to drive this new machine I've got. There we go. There's Shaun. So once Shaun told me about Living Book, I was just so excited. First of all, y'all, she's a James Beard Award winner. She's an editor a long time at Time Inc., has put together so many beautiful, beautiful books. Masters in gastronomy from Boston. I mean, truly Renaissance woman. And so I knew that when Shaun had a new idea in the works, I knew it was going to be a good one, and it is. This is just awesome. And tell us a little bit about, you can shop for your groceries, like folks can shop for groceries with their phone.
Can you open to that bolognese recipe or and show the photo? So I want to make clear, like, you're not just personalizing the book with your name, but like when you come to our platform as a customer, you build a profile, so you can tell us what your health condition is. You can tell us your food allergies. You'll be able to tell us what you love. We're still updating, and any faith-based diets that you're on. And then you get a list of recipes that match your profile, and then you get to choose the recipes that you like. So you've chosen every recipe in that book. It's everything that you want. And then, so you're holding up the bolognese recipe and you see that little QR code in the corner.
Yep.
One of the other barriers that people had was shopping. Some people really hate grocery shopping. I love it, but some people really hate it. Don't have time. So we made grocery shopping easy. You scan that QR code with your smartphone and it will pop up a grocery list of all the ingredients you need for that recipe, and you're 2 buttons away from ordering from Amazon Fresh, Instacart, Walmart Grocery, any Kroger company store. It also geolocates grocery stores near you. So
you're so smart. I told y'all this is like the future of cookbooks. I mean, it is the future of cookbooks. It's the future of wellness. And then this is not like, it's not hospital food, right? It's food that's really important. I mean, cherry sriracha glazed pork tenderloin with roasted baby potatoes, the 7-ingredient bolognese with spinach, sesame soy cabbage with arugula slaw. There's also some sections in here about creating the new habits, and tell us a little bit about. Tell us a little bit about when someone goes to Living Book, how they build it. So I'm in the process of building one. I'm going to buy one for you, Mama, and buy one. I need to buy one for me too. But I love the questions. It's not just like, it wasn't like, what's your disease? And it also wasn't like, what can you not have? It's like, Do you like to spend time with friends and family? Are you more a loner? Do you like staying at home, or do you love to travel? So y'all are really looking at the psychological part of what and why people eat.
Exactly. We really wanted to put behavioral science into the design of the book so that we maximize the positive association that you as a customer have with healthy food. So for example, putting your name on the cover, choosing your cover image, choosing your recipes are all part of that. But then the questions that you asked, number one, we really want to help keep you motivated and again, create a positive association. So you get to choose an inspirational quote to put in the front of your book. So instead of a boring welcome letter from an editor, you have this quote that you chose. So every time you open your book, you can feel a little positive, feel good. And then the other thing that we do is we customize the head notes to the recipes to the way that you like to cook. So we ask you, what your cooking style is. And so if you're just learning how to cook, the head notes are tailored just to you. If you're somebody who loves wanderlust and you explore the world through your kitchen, the head notes match your cooking style. The other thing that we do is we have you write a letter to yourself. So we ask you questions about what's really important to you, what your values are, what your big picture goal in life is. And so you answer those questions. And then when you get your printed book, there's like a little letter that you've kind of composed for yourself. It's kind of almost a Mad Lib style way that we have now that you create that letter. And then, it's a commitment letter to yourself. So you can sign it and just kick off your health journey with that positive letter about your values and your big picture goal right there.
I love it so much. I mean, I really do, because I know that, like, just with my own health journey, this past year, I mean, under pandemic, like I needed to keep up some guardrails. Otherwise it was going to be like, it was going to be not pretty. Lots of pizza and beer and bourbon and bad things for me. So it's like, okay, I got to get on a good track and stay on track. And so I feel like that this makes it easy for people. So y'all, there's a free wellness guide that you can download. And Shaun, I'm going to ask you to demonstrate your recipe,
Sure.
your banana split recipe. And y'all, if you go to, at the bottom, it's scrolling by, please visit bit.ly Virginia Willis Living Book, LVNGBook. You can download the recipe. You can sign up for Living Book newsletter. You can check out Living Book. And there's also a free wellness journal. So we've got it's just really just a great thing. And we've got lots of folks. While Shaun is going to start her yogurt banana split demo, if anybody has any questions, please ask some questions. And that would be a really good thing to do. Let's see. I'm going to add that to the stream. Here we go. Did it work?
It should. Yeah, there we go.
I see it. Do I see it?
Yes.
There we go. A little bit of a lag. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me pull this up. Okay, look, y'all, I did it. I feel like a real producer. Haha.
This is a Daybreak banana split. Number one, we want food to be fun.
Yep.
And we just wanted to have fun with food and also keep it healthy. So I've got a banana here, and I'm going to cut the banana in half. So this is a breakfast recipe, and it's having a nice healthy banana split for breakfast. Who doesn't want dessert for breakfast?
I want dessert for breakfast.
So I'm going to cut this banana in half, except I'm breaking it. Okay, there we go. And I have a little banana boat here. Just going to do that. So we've got our banana halves. And I'm just going to assemble. The rest of it is pretty much assembly. There is a topping that you toast. I'll get to that in a second. But so I've got here some yogurt with chia seeds mixed in. The chia seeds add a little texture and protein. And we're going to put about 1/3 of a cup of this mixture on the banana. There we go. And then instead of caramel sauce, we have this lovely mixture of almond butter, honey, and hot water to make this kind of nutty sweet sauce.
We lost it, but that's okay. I'm not sure what happened.
Goodness.
You can just keep on doing it. This is live television, except it's not even television. We're a bunch of folks.
And if we like, we can go back to the other camera and I can just kind of assemble and hold it in front.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. Let's do that. All right.
Let's see. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me
improvise on live TV. So we've got the peanut butter honey sauce here.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, and I dollop a little too much on there. So
no such
the recipe will tell you what it really is. And then I've got some mixed berries here. Just some lovely, blackberries, strawberries that I quartered, some blueberries. You can use what you like. And I'm going to put some of those on the banana split. About a quarter cup for the recipe. Okay, so it's already looking lovely. Yum, yum.
Nope, we got it. Oh, yeah, looks good.
And then I've got some, for a little crunch, I got some quinoa here that I toasted. It's just, like takes the place of nuts or granola, right?
Is it cooked?
Yeah, it's cooked quinoa. You can cook your own. I cooked my own, or you can use that, already prepared in the pouch that you have to microwave.
Yep.
What I actually think is in the recipe. I wanted to keep the recipes really easy for people. So you just spread it on a sheet pan and toast it for 30 minutes, stir it a couple of times while it's cooking. And then it becomes crunchy and crispy, and it's really fun. Cool, Sherry. I hope you enjoy.
I know she's already doing it. So y'all, this is cool. Okay, we do have a question while you're assembling that. Jane asked if you have IBS, are there categories of food you cannot have, but everyone categories are not the same. Will your book allow me to leave in certain categories? How does that work when you have something really specific?
Yes. So we right now are just doing cardiovascular. We're going to release diabetes in a couple of months. We definitely have IBS on the roadmap.
Yeah.
And so, yes, because we know that people usually have more than one disease, especially, this is a sad statistic, but half of people over 49 have 2 or more chronic conditions. And so you really do need to be able to you could go to 3 different doctors and get all these lists, and then you're really confused.
No, and then they're not talking to each other, and you come home and you've got
you're like, what?
mimeographed paper that you don't know what to do with. And I think the whole thing is that it's too damn overwhelming, right? It's like, because you face it. The 2 chronic diseases that everybody got, that the majority of people have over age 49. It didn't happen instantly.
Right.
And it's not going to get fixed instantly. Mm-hmm. But a lot of things can get fixed, or a lot of things can be lived with, and you can improve your overall health. So this, y'all, it's amazing. Living book, good food every day. So is that hold up our finished split.
And I have one more topping. You got to have chocolate on a banana split. So
yes,
a little bit of shaved dark chocolate to go on top.
Because chocolate is a health food.
Well, yes. So
yeah, I'm going with that one. I'm going with that one for sure.
So there you go. That's our breakfast. So we have breakfast and entrees and salads and some desserts. Right now we're starting with cardiovascular disease, and we plan to help more people by adding other conditions soon. It's so
exciting. I just think it's so great. Y'all make sure you go to the bit.ly link so you can download the recipe for that. And I just kind of quickly calculated in my mind how many points that would be for breakfast. So 0 points for me for Weight Watchers for the banana, 3 points a tablespoon for the nut butter, right? A couple. So let's just say it's 6, because I think that's what I would probably do. A little bit of honey, the quinoa, a quarter cup. But my breakfast, I often start with a really point heavy breakfast. Mm-hmm. Because that's the way I like. That's my new habit. right? My old habit was to have a really super big dinner. My new habit is to have like maybe not a huge breakfast, but a very point heavy breakfast that is going to give me energy throughout the day. And then by the end of the day, I'll have, a lean protein and some vegetables that often is less than 5 points. So just what you showed me, that completely would work with my eating plan.
Cool. Yeah. And it's, we've already done all the homework. We have registered dietitians approving all of our recipes. So that they're really right now designed to support the DASH diet, and they meet or exceed the Heart Association guidelines. So
really, tell everybody, just sorry to interrupt you, but tell everybody what the DASH diet is.
Oh yes. The DASH diet is a dietary approach to stop hypertension, which is high blood pressure. Yeah. So it is the recommended kind of gold standard diet for anyone with heart conditions. There are some heart conditions that are more severe that require more strict sodium and sugar guidelines. But, if you have high blood pressure or some other heart conditions, and then there are doctors in other areas that recommend the DASH diet for other kinds of conditions. So that's
incredible, y'all. I mean, it really is the easy meals, fresh ingredients, quick recipes. You can flip through and daydream about the good feels you're about to create. You can feel good about what you eat. You feel good about what yourself. And that is what living is all about. So I just love it. And I can't even believe it's like 30 minutes has gone by so fast. And I've been a guest. Well, I have, first of all, so thank you so much for joining me. And you were the first 3 camera shoot that I did. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but I'm glad that we did it. And I have a new thing that I'm starting to do as well at the end of every Cookbooks with Virginia. So I've got 5 questions for you that I hope that it's not necessarily about the book, but I'm hoping that you'll answer them for us.
Sure.
All right. So first of all, what is the last cookbook that you cooked from or read that wasn't your own?
I just got My Mexico Kitchen.
Yes.
And I love that book. I haven't actually cooked from it yet. I've just been reading all the stories, and her writing is really lovely. And I'm just really intrigued by her approach to Mexican cooking. That it from both a personal perspective and for my business, we really want to reach people of color in this country that kind of are underserved. So I'm really trying to learn the authentic stuff, but I really love the flavors of Mexican cuisines and exploring all the regions. So that's the last book that I've read.
No, there's so much delicious Mexican food, and it's so much richer of a culture and cuisine than so much of what we're exposed to. So that's wonderful that you'll be incorporating like international recipes, more international recipes into Living Book. That's great. All right. So when you are in the kitchen, what is your most indispensable cooking tool? Like desert island, you have to have it. What is it?
A chef's knife. It is the most, like, I don't need, if my knife can do it, don't bring me any other little appliances. Like, I don't have a pizza cutter. It's the knife. Like,
right. And then it's going to be dirty. So like, why not just like go with it? That's the truth. Okay. I love this one. And cause I definitely have an opinion on it. Okay, you've got your taste: sour, salty, bitter, sweet, and umami or savory. So if you had to choose one, what's your favorite, or what's your favorite taste?
Sour, hands
sour.
down. I love sour food. I love lemony stuff. I love sour beers,
Yeah.
And so I love sour. I love mixing in like when I compose a dish, I always try to have some kind of sour element in it.
That's so nice. Well, that's so important because y'all, sour, salty, bitter, sweet, and savory, when you nail all those, that's when you have really great flavor in your mouth. But so yours is sour. I would have to say that mine is bitter. I love bitter. I love like all the brassicas. I love unsweetened chocolate. We are back to chocolate. I really love bitter. So that's so cool. It's always so nice to hear what other folks like. Okay. So this could be possibly contentious, and I'm really excited to see what everyone's response is. So who or what is your favorite cooking show? What's your favorite cooking show or your favorite celebrity chef?
I have not watched food TV in a long time, but I will say the last show that I really, really loved was Samin Nosrat's show on Netflix. I just love that she's so different. Like, she's not the typical Food Network chef. And I love, like, when she would bite something, how passionate she was about it. I love her approach to the science. It's just, I really,
that was like superior programming. And it's so, I mean, the truth is there's, you know, the cook counter camera thing, it does have its place, but there's so much more, and there's so much more possibilities when we're literally like running around and can shoot stuff on a phone. Programming content, you know, has exploded with possibility, right? Like it's more real life.
Yes. So that she's my favorite right now.
That's awesome. She's really great. I need to rewatch some of those episodes. So, okay. And then I want to ask you, so sour and all the Mexican, and you got all these things going on. If you had to choose your last meal, what would your last meal be?
Wow. That's a hard one.
No rush.
We got a sous vide circulator recently. And the first thing we did was we got prime rib. First we smoked it. Then we put it in the sous vide, and then we seared it in the Yeah. I could die happy with one of those.
Man, I want to roll around in that. I mean, that's just like, you know, that sounds amazing. And then I would also say that, like, you know, that's like really rich and indulgent, but foods like that don't necessarily have to not be in someone's diet. You know, right. I always think that I mean, obviously, if people have medical restrictions, they have medical restrictions, but there is that word moderation, right? Like all good things in moderation.
That's like your last meal on earth.
Yeah. And if it's your last meal, woohoo, whatever.
Yeah. I love it. And that's one of the things that we try to share with people is that you don't have to feel deprived. You don't have to feel separated from your culture because of the list you get from the doctor. And you should still be able to feel connected to your family and friends and celebrate with them through food. And that's what we're trying to help people do.
Oh my gosh, Shaun, that is the perfect note to end on, because I think that that's it. At the end of the day, it's just all about community and wanting to be a part of people and a part of your group. And you know, there's nothing worse, I think, than, you know, like as a busy person cooking, you're cooking one thing for this person and one thing for that person and all that. So I really love your message and the sentiment and the both the sentiment and the science behind Living Book. So y'all, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shaun, for dropping into Cookbooks with Virginia today. I really appreciate you being here. And y'all, she's got the wellness guide and the free recipe. So let me put that back up.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Well, thank you so much. And I will see you again soon, fancy lady.
Absolutely.
She knows what I'm talking about. That's funny. Y'all, thank you so much for joining this week on Cookbooks with Virginia. We had a nice long holiday break, and there's been, Lordy mercy, there's been a lot going on. But we'll be back next week. I've got some great guests coming up. We've got Dr. Blake Schusterman, who has just written a book about kidney health. And I just want to assure you that I'm still going to have decadent and indulgent and all sorts of different cookbooks. I just wanted to have a little bit of focus for the month of January on a new year, new you, and fresh start. And so this is a great way to help make a fresh start. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to go to my Instagram page and to sign up for the giveaway. Bon appetit, y'all. Bye-bye now.